Welcome once again to the Mask Fan Attic, the attic above Horror Hotel, where we find skulls that would make excellent traffic signals. And more importantly, we find cool old Halloween masks for the edification and bemusement of all you Halloween enthusiasts and mask collectors and horror fans out there. Now tonight, in the attic, we have uncovered this lovely beast right here. A little something from Zagoni Studios, formerly Be Something Studios, called Hooded Fear. You get that? Hooded Fear. Hooded Fear. Also known as Hooded Fear. Okay? And Hooded Fear is obviously, he's sort of a devil, but instead of the usual red guy looking devil, he's kind of a grumpy old grandpa kind of a devil. Grumpy old grouchy old devil. And I think he's a beautiful sculpture. I think he's a Bill Eastrom sculptor. I believe he is. Let's see if it says so inside before I go and tell lies here to the world and on the video. Well, it doesn't say, but I believe it's a Bill Eastrom sculpture. Yeah, BY. Okay, now I see it. It is a Bill Eastrom sculpture, and a beautiful one at that. Now, as you can see, it was just a latex half mask with a fabric hood in the back. Now, Hooded Fear is sort of an extension or an evolution, I guess you could say, of an earlier Be Something Studios mask that was around in the 70s that was called Demon, spelled D-A-E-M-O-N, that demon, which was the first mask I ever saw that had horns coming out the bottom at the sides of the jaw like this, as opposed to the traditional monster horns that are usually up there, you know? Now this guy came along much later. Again, the original Demon, D-A-E-M-O-N, was in the 70s. This guy came out in the late 80s for the first time. Since then, he has been discontinued and reissued again and discontinued again, at least twice. I don't know if he's in production right now or not, but if he's not, you might still be able to find one on Evil Bay or someplace like that. Or if you have a costume shop, the mom and pop costume shop, that doesn't have to be the name of it though, you might find one there because it hasn't been too long since it's been in production. Now, there was an earlier edition with a difference, because in the 80s, that version had a more deluxe hood. The hood sort of stood out away from the mask in front, and it had a white, silvery white lining all the way around the front. And it was one of a series of very deluxe masks that Be Something did at the time. Now, Be Something, which is today known as Zagoni, has done a lot of cool hooded masks, and this is one of them. And there are a lot of messes in the world, and this attic is one of those. But the Hooded Fear here, well, if you only like to collect masks that were used in movies, put Hooded Fear on your list, because he was in a movie in 1988 called Hack-O-Lantern. Now, Hack-O-Lantern is also known as Halloween Night. That's the other title of it, either Hack-O-Lantern or Halloween Night, you see. And in the movie, a crazy, and I mean really crazy, really strange old grandfather is really priming his son to be, or his grandson rather, to become the next Satan, or like maybe Satan's nearing retirement and the grandson is going to fill in, I think. But watch it, just because you won't believe the performance of High Pike, the guy who plays the grandpa. He kind of plays the evil grandfather, like, if you can imagine a really effeminate cross-dressing Beetlejuice from New Orleans, that's kind of how the evil guy is in there. But anyway, Hooded Fear in the Hack-O-Lantern movie was worn by the members of this evil cult on Halloween, and I'm not sure why. It's like the evil cult, apparently, who want to destroy the world with their evil magic and sacrifices to the devil and all that. Evidently, they found time to go to the costume shop and pick up a nice Be Something Studios demon mask for everybody. And, you know, that way they have nice matching outfits like evil organizations like to have. It just adds to the professionalism, you know. But very cool mask, I think. Creepy and yet kind of fun, kind of cartoony, kind of has an old world look to it. And like so many of the Be Something / Zagoni pieces, really ambitious in terms of depth and complexity of pulling things out of molds. Look how good those teeth are. Okay, now a lot of mask companies would never attempt to get a thing like this out of the mold. They would make this all flat, and they would make these horns more attached in here so it would be easier to pull out of the molds. But not the folks at Zagoni. They go all out and just go crazy when it comes to realistic pointy parts on their masks. So that's your recommendation for this week. Look for Hooded Fear as seen in Hack-O-Lantern, aka Halloween Night. And well, gosh, look what else I found up here. There's so much fun stuff up here. I just found a box of eyeballs. They can see you.